Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV Ultima. We are getting a little bit of a late start this morning. I was up at 4 a.m. Freya was sitting on me, and I guess she had an itch, so she started scratching, and that woke me up at 4. So I spent a little bit of time finishing up an editing project, then I went back to sleep, and I ended up sleeping a little bit later than I intended, so... getting a little bit of a late start this morning, but we are here and we are ready to play some Final Fantasy IV Ultima. This is a really cool ROM hack that we've been playing for 15 weeks now. We are still working through the end game. We are running through a bunch of side quests and things like that, and but we are getting close to the end of the game. I see that my chat is hopping. We have Lydia and Stonehome Games, Heathen, Trial Fan. Hello to all of you. I hope that you are having a wonderful weekend. We are going to go ahead and hop into our video game. Where is my video game? There it is. Okay. Cool. So we are in the underworld, which is where we need to be, because we are going to head to the Sylph cave, which is, I think, in the northwest corner. I think it is this one. Could be wrong. This is our current party. We have Cecil, Rydia, Edward, Rosa, and Yang. And what's interesting about this dungeon that we're about to head into, in the base game, Yang is unconscious, and you find him again in the Sylph cave. Since this is a ROM hack where you can add Yang into your final party, that's a little bit odd, and I'm not entirely certain how that's going to work. So I want to see what, if anything, they have changed. We may get down there and we may just see a duplicate of Yang for that cutscene. Lydia says, yesterday there was a car show at my school. Stonehomie says, are you sure that wasn't just the parking lot? Lydia says, it was a car show because there were signs of most cars and my school told us about it. Another spot where we need to use float on everybody. Malboros are one of the most annoying enemies in the game, because they can use foul odor on you, which gives you basically every status effect in the book. You can see it turned Edward into a frog, made him small, also turned him into a pig, silenced him, blinded him. Means that we are going to use a lot of healing potions in this dungeon. Stonehomie says, I think it's an improvement. see. Go. I guess down here. Frogward. Odin coming in and taking care of all of the Marlboros. Need to remember that you have to use float every time that you enter a new dungeon. Fog Witch and a whole bunch of tiny toads. When I was leveling up at one point, I think Odin showed up 5 times in a row, something like that. It was wild. Really? Meant to use that on everyone. Apparently the Mammons are weak against Holy. Stonehomie says, so what kind of CPU upgrade are you aiming for? I currently have a Ryzen 5 2600, and it's sort of a mid-grade processor. It's like 6 core or something like that, but my power supply and my motherboard can support up to a Ryzen 5600G, and that is a 12-core processor that is quite a bit faster than what I'm currently running. Again. I bought my computer back during the COVID pandemic when the stimulus checks came out. And at the time it was pretty good, but it has, you know, over the years it's gotten a little bit slower and things like that. So I just want to upgrade pieces of it here and there. I pretty much maxed out the I've maxed out the memory on it, and earlier this year I upgraded the I added an SSD drive to it. So overall, I mean, it's been a really nice computer. I've really been pleased with it. Sing, my pretties. Turning everybody into toads. Michael the Healer, welcome in. How you doing? Lydia says, I have 2 monarch butterfly caterpillars and they are going into the cocoon. So that is cool. I always like the Sylph Cave, just because there are a lot of different divergent paths in it. There's a lot of different ways you can go. John Homie says, I have the same processor. You have the 2600 or the 5600? Lydia says the Mammon looks like it's mid-dance. She turns herself into a toad. You have a Ryzen 5 3600. Monsters. That didn't do much damage. It does enough to kill the tiny toads, though. I guess they do kind of look like they're dancing. Balloader is such a joke. Monsters. I think pretty much every chest in this section through here has monsters in it. Stone Homie says Marlboro are the reason this place is dangerous. Especially if you go to it earlier than this, it can be brutal. Right now, it's not terrible. It's mostly just annoying because you have so many status effects. You can get ribbons on the moon. In fact, I've got one equipped on Rosa right now, but it's kind of a pain to get them. The ribbon blocks basically all status effects, so I don't know if it blocks stop. Dang it. The combination of Mammon and Marlboros is a jerk, though. Rosa coming in clutch. Be enough to take out the toads, most of them. Got a gold seed. That's nice. We're going to give that to Edward. Increases terrible hit points just a little bit. Give that Soma drop to Rydia. And the gold seed to Edward. Go ahead and drop off some of our stuff. Hey, that was nice. Took them out before they were able to do anything to us. Yang and Rosa leveled up. Good deal. Dang it. I forgot that that one takes you out of the cave entirely. I mean, you kind of have to because there's no way back. You go this way. I think it's this one now. Yeah, it is this one. Save point over there. Guess we'll go ahead and use it. Never pass up the opportunity to save your game. Need to buy some more cabins soon. Full dream. If it weren't for the side effects, you could probably just solo this whole place with Yang. I guess if you stuck a ribbon on him, you could. Ribbon does not protect against stop. That sucks. Hi, Britflix. Happy Saturday. How are you doing? The whole reason that we are going through this dungeon is you get a new summon for Rydia. There might be a vendor here. I don't remember. It's been a really long time since I've been through this part of the game. Cecil and Rydia level up. Got it. Monsters. Got a mage mash. That's nice. A weird little secret passage there. An elixir. Those are good. A lot of cursed rings off those guys. Miss Caller, please summon us to fight in place of our friend Yang. Sure. Rydia learned Sylph, which is a healing summon, I believe. Miss Yang. Okay, so it just skips the entire cutscene if you reach the end game. So normally, Yang is asleep in this bed, and the Sylphs, he's unconscious, and you can't wake him. So the Sylphs send you back to Fabule, where you meet Yang's wife. She gives you a frying pan, and you come back to the Sylphs, and you bean Yang in the head, and it wakes him up. And then the Sylphs give you their summon. Cool. We're gonna go back in one more time because I feel like because there's so many paths in this place, I feel like there's a couple of chests that we didn't get. So we're gonna run back through just real quick and do that. We need to run down here. Got this one. Yeah, Stone Homie says if you take the pan back to her, you get a spoon. Yes. In this version, I guess if you haven't already done that quest, Yang just shows up after the Giant of Babil, and you get the spoon from the king. I kind of hate that it just sort of bypasses that scene. I understand sort of why they bypass it, because normally you're not supposed to have Yang in your party. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. So this is the one that we haven't been. I think. Somebody says, I wonder if you had done the cave early, if it would have bypassed it. I don't know. I'm not sure. AV64 Dancer, welcome in. Whole bunch of chests. There is this place is just an absolute treasure trove. I think there's more chests in the Sylph Cave than in several other dungeons combined. I guess Yang got a speed boost whenever he leveled up last time, because when we first started the Sylph Cave, he wasn't really getting his kicks off before the enemies started having time to use some of those side effect abilities, and now he is, so doing pretty well. Here comes Odin. All right, so that is the Sylph Cave completed. We have done basically everything that we can there. We're gonna head back to the overworld now, and we go. If we go, oh, that's not where we want to be. Is it this way? Yeah, here we go. This is Eblan Castle, which is one of the harder dungeons in the game. Britflix says, is this thing on? Can you not hear me? Oh, you can do that. Oh, I see what Britflix is saying. Britflix says, good, I'm feeding the boy. He's 6 months old now. And yay for the boy being 6 months old. Stone Homie says, that's basically an adult. I don't remember how you get to these chests. Maybe you have to... different direction? What did we just pick up? I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at chat. I don't know. It must have been a duplicate of something we already had. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's how you get that one at least. How do you get the other one? Lydia says, if I'm not counted as an adult, then neither is my brother. Oh, that's right. You have to go through the door. Monsters! Whisker. I remember in the original game, these ogres would just, like, absolutely wreck you. They're kind of not really a threat now. Well, we only do 1 damage to them. There we go. And we got a silver seed. So we will give that to our buddy Edward and slowly get him closer to 2,000 hit points. Maybe one day, Edward. Maybe one day. Lydia says the ogres have the worst haircuts. Oh, there was another one down there. I missed it. Day Thief Glove, which is, if I remember correctly, yeah, has a chance to steal. We're gonna go ahead and give that to Cecil. He attacks more than anybody else. I thought I remembered that this place had random encounters, but I guess it doesn't. Britflix says, I dare you to say that to the ogre's face. Lydia says, bet. Stone Homie says, being kind of hard on a guy who spent his whole life in a treasure chest. With 3 other dudes. Alright, so I guess that's everything that's here. I thought I remembered there being a lot more to Eblan Castle, but maybe there's not. We should probably swap up our party at some point and bring Edge there just to see if there's something else, but... Lydia being all mean girl over there. Lydia probably hasn't even seen Mean Girls. All right, so I want to say there was Britflix says, hey Wobble, why don't you tell everyone about your fabulous book club pick? So Britflix runs the book club in our local town. Let's see what we need to do. And I've been a member for a while. And this month's theme was a book with magical powers or something like that. Or a book about someone with magical powers. So the suggestions were basically like, I Harry Potter knockoff and vampire romance and, you know, all these books that everyone has read like 1,000 times. So I suggested that we read Bringing Home the Rain by Bob Magoo, who is a really interesting guy. I've chatted with him a couple times on Blue Sky. He is a fantasy writer and also does some stuff with tabletop role-playing games. But Bringing Home the Rain is about a redneck white trash meth head wizard named Howard Marsh. And I got so much flack for suggesting this book. But after some spirited debate, I did manage to convince the rest of the book club to read it. And I'm sure it's going to be the best book ever. It will be absolutely amazing. And anyone who says otherwise has no taste. Britflix reached out to the author, who is from Alabama, and it sounds like he's actually planning on attending our book club. So if the book is terrible, we can tell him to his face. Britflix says, I'm almost positive it's pronounced McGuff. We should probably figure that out before he shows up at book club. Because I think it's pronounced Magoo, but I could be wrong. Britflix says, I don't know how he got everyone to agree with him, and I was there. To be fair, I only had to convince like 6 people. We had like 12 people at book club. I only had to convince like 6 of them. Stone Homie says, you guys should read The Name of the Wind. That's a great book about magic. Britflix says, I'll ask him right TF now. Lydia says, can I go to the book club that day and drink hot chocolate and watch the drama? Britflix says no. Why can't she come? Fan says Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss for next year's pick. I don't think I've ever read Name of the Wind. All right, so we're gonna grab Edward, of course, because he is the party member that we must have. We're gonna take Edge, and we will pick up Rosa and Rydia. Drew Makes says, made it, but back to work. Have a good stream. Thanks for popping in for a second, Drew. Okay, we grabbed Edge. I just want to see if there's anything in the castle that's special for him. Stonehome Games says Name of the Wind is wonderful, but the trilogy is unlikely to be finished, sadly. Stonehomie said there were 4 books in the series. How many more do people need? You know what? Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series has like 14 books, and he didn't let death stop him. So, you know, these other fantasy writers need to step it up a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to, for whatever reason, Edward is weird in this game. I mean, Edward's weird in every game, but you have to re-equip him every time he leaves your party. And I don't really know why that is. Rest of the party members keep their equipment, but for whatever reason, Edward loses all of his, and you have to re-equip him. It also, oddly enough, is a way to duplicate Dreamer harps, leather armor, leather hats, ruby rings, and leather. And the ruby rings. Okay, so nothing special here for Edward. That's weird. Check out key items. Nope, not key items. Storage, take. Have any more spoons? I've got a couple more. Yeah, I got one more. Which Edge cannot equip? What? That's weird. I thought Edge could equip it. Let's see. Rifflix says, why do I get the feeling this Name of the Wind is about flatulence? Stonehome Games says there are 2 books and 2 side books. The third main book has had Rothfuss on the shelf for like a decade. Stonehome Games says Wheel of Time equals best. Stonehomie says Brit immediately goes to fart jokes and wonders how she ended up reading about crackheads at book club. Lydia says, I'll read my murder mystery books and be quiet. Okay, I want to say there was a boss fight in the cave that we missed. Or that we fled before. Yeah, here he is. Also, there's like a weird flaming thing down there that I don't remember. Okay, let's run outside real quick and save. Alright, this was one of the romhack added boss fights that wrecked us last time. Oops, that didn't work. Go ahead and show off our new Sylph summon. Sylph targets the enemy. Oh yeah, that's right. it does deal damage to them and heals everybody. Okay. Oops. Do Phoenix because that will revive Edge. Dunham Games says, is this meant to be the mech from Final Fantasy VII? I don't know. The sprite is actually from Final Fantasy VI. Wake? That sucks. Okay, let's life 2 on Edge. Things are not looking good, guys. There we go. Yeah, that quake messed us up big time. I really need Cecil to get over his paralysis drama. Well, that's one way to do it. That might be game over. No? Not yet. I'm trying to heal Rydia. Trying to heal everybody. He's so fast. Yeah, that was game over. All right, let's try this again. Rancor Rips, welcome in. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and use float on everybody because we know that that will protect us from quake. Carl Fan says, I'm flitting in and out here, loading dishwasher and making energy potions, cold brew coffee. I think I read the second book of Name of the Wind series, but it's been ages ago. Okay, let's do haste. Wait, I thought he used wall on himself. Hello, Milk Pork. Welcome in. Rancor says I'm on break at work. I got 6 minutes to hang. Well, we appreciate you partying with us today. That was nice. Oh, welcome back, Britflix. You're just in time to watch me get murderated by this terrible, terrible boss. Lydia says, I'm wondering what I should build with my Legos. Hey, Edward did over 20,000 damage and wrecked everyone, so you know. Look at that. Received a ninja wing and 5 ninja stars. Wait, what terrible thing did Stone Homie write? I missed that. Okay, let's get out of here and use cabin. Cryptflix says the audacity in this chat. That's an upgrade. Oh, Vampire Fang. Nice. Britflick says, what awards did you win? Dramaria won the Pillars of Progress award from the World Anvil World Building Awards. For one of their cool monsters that they made. Dad? Edge, this is our remaining spirit. We'll always be with you and Eblan. Edge, remember always who you are, a ninja of Eblan, and protect your people. I will. Edge recalled skills from his youth. Oh wow, he got all kinds of new abilities. X Pyro Comet. Raincore says, break over, catch you all later. Thanks for hanging out with us for a few minutes. Okay, so we knocked that one out. All right, I'm going to take a real quick break, and then we will figure out something else to do, because we have pretty much completed the things that I had planned for today's stream. It took us a lot less time than I thought it would. So we've got like 45 minutes or an hour left. I will be back in just a few minutes. Gonna grab some more coffee. All right, we are back. And as always, we have our Final Fantasy coffee cup. Go with our Saturday Final Fantasy. I think we're going to head back to the underground. Stone Homie says, did we kill the fire turtle? Great minds think alike. So what we need to do, we need to head back to the volcano in the underground, which is a new area that was added. And there are some things that we need to do there. Before we do that, though, we're going to change up our party a little bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap out Edge. Means we need to drop off some stuff real quick. Okay, so I want to grab stick with Rosa and Rydia. I'm gonna grab Yang and I think we're gonna grab Palem. Give us another black mage, because that way we will have substantial amount of magical damage that we can dish out, which I think is going to be pretty important in this fight. I might end up regretting that, but we'll see. Swap out some gear on him. If there's anything else that Palem can equip better than what he's using right now. Sorcerer is going to be the best for armor. Okay, so let's run back into Underworld. And I think it's this way. And if I remember correctly, there was not just the fire turtle. There were actually a couple of other items that we couldn't get in this area first. Yeah, I don't think we fought this one. Probably Starfall. That was a new ability that it does a lot of damage. It's all physical. Need to be using Protect. It's pretty fast. Starfall is wicked. Love it. Okay, let's do hello. Hello, not sure. Welcome in. Tier 4. Protect. Not sure says I was about to mow my lawn for the first time this year. Forgot the lawnmower always needs a jump the first time. Gotta wait for the wife to get home now. Ouch. That was a lot of gold and a lot of experience. Received a rune axe. Come on, get to Yang. An unseen force. Okay. Maybe we have to beat the fire turtle before get that one. Apparently magic heals the chimeras. They don't have much physical health, though. I'd miss. Trial Fan says, have to run. Enjoyed it, Wobble Fan. Thanks for hanging out with us, Trial Fan. Have a good day. Just trying to get through here quickly. I guess I missed something. It's in a different spot. I thought that was the place where we... It was one of these other caves. I don't know what I'm supposed to trade. Stone Homie, are you still watching? Do you remember where that boss was? I thought it was in the volcano, but maybe I was wrong. There wasn't anything else in the volcano for us to do. See, we did the Sylph cave. We did the sealed cave. We did the Fey March. Cave monsters. We did... Wait, what's this one? Is this it? Yeah, this might be it. I think actually this is it. I mean, the Gamma that we fought earlier kind of, like the world map sprite kind of looks like a turtle. But I don't think that was it. That one did wreck the crap out of us first time we encountered it, though. Magma Cavern, yeah. Okay. This is where we need to be. Not the volcano. Magma Cavern. Yeah, this was the, like, fire turtle looking thing that wouldn't even fight us. Okay. Yeah, we are in the right place now. Let's use Ice 4. It's an egg. Got some Medusa arrows. And use a cabin. Yeah, because it had this weird underground city kind of weird thing. I really shouldn't use ice spells on those guys. It's kind of overkill. Waste some of my magic point. Yeah, Stonehomie says, I think this is the right place. Yeah, it is. I remember where we were supposed to be now. Final Fantasy X, they want you to overkill everything. They reward you for it. I really need to play that one at some point. The magma ruins. Alboros. There's the turtle guy. See how we get up to him. This way? Hey, so last time we were here, this guy wouldn't even fight us. Let's see if he will now. Why do you bother me? I'm going to crush you. Dun, dun, dun. It's actually not a turtle, it's a golem. Holy crap! Guys? Yeah. Yeah, this one's going well. I need a minute on that one. Yang got one move off. He slaughtered everybody else in the party. Yang got one move off. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that we are not gonna be able to beat this guy right now. That was worse than the Yeti fight. The Yeti fight from last stream wrecked the crap out of us, but we at least got a turn or two off. This guy just absolutely brutalized my entire party. I think she's never going to get it off in time, but yeah, Stonehomie says that'll at least negate the impacts of the wave. Man. That's brutal. Okay, let's try first ring. And an ice shield. I just want to see something. This may not work. Especially is not going to work if he kills Cecil immediately. Phoenix, oh, because it's fire. Yeah, it heals them. On the bright side, we got a couple of actions off this time. Okay, does Lava Wave, is it gonna heal Cecil? Okay, it does. Girl doesn't work. What have you done? Okay. Okay. Okay, we learned some things here. If you take out the flame dogs, he spends a turn or two trying to revive them. And if you have the curse ring and an ice shield, it negates the flame wave. So I need to swap out for Kane, because Kane can use the ice shield and cursed ring. And I need who else can use the ice shield or ice armor? Let's pull it into our inventory and take a look real quick. I got plenty of curse rings. I got tons of those. Vessel's the only one in this party that can use the ice shield or the ice armor. I don't know of any other equipment that... I'm gonna have to look through the equipment and stuff. So we are kind of at the end of our stream for today. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I think it's possible. I think we can do it. It's a very strategic fight because you can't protect against crush, best I can tell. There's no defense against it. We might try using image. That might work. I don't know. But it does so much damage, it's just going to totally wreck you. But if you can block the lava wave, you can stay alive long enough to protect yourself a little bit. The problem is your mages, who can do the most damage through ice spells, I don't know that they can get that protection. So it may be one of those things where you have to give, like, Kane the Blizzard Spear again. Cecil might even do more damage with the Frostbrand than he does with the Excalibur. Yang is good to have because he has so much hit points, he just actually, like, tanks the thing, as long as he doesn't get hit with crush. So we will have to try this one again. I'm gonna have to head back to the overworld so that we can swap out our party again, change some things around. Might even try bringing Sid. Sid has a lot of things in his toolkit with the ability to use tools, and he has a fair amount of hit points, so he might not be a bad one, although he's really, really slow. So we'll play around with that a little bit. We'll see what we can do. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow night, we are going to play Double Dragon 2 on Sunday Night NES. And the reason we're going to play Double Dragon 2 instead of Double Dragon 1 is I'm a lot more familiar with Double Dragon 2. It's the one that I had as a kid. So it'll be a little bit easier. Stonehomie said if Sid can hold a shield in this version, he might be in. I think he can. I think they made it so that he can equip shields. Of course, Edward can equip shields. Crush is an instant kill, so that doesn't matter. Edward can equip shields, and he can equip the Cursed Ring, so that would negate the fire damage on him. So we could go with Cecil, Kane, Edward, Yang, and Sid. We might go for a full melee party and try that. We won't have a whole lot of healing abilities, and that's going to suck. Although Edward can do healing in a pinch. Lydia says, when is the next Star Wars game? I don't know. I don't know when the next Star Wars game is. I may end up doing I may end up playing Super Star Wars at some point. I'm not really sure when that's going to be, but I do want to play the Super Star Wars games again. So, like I said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know that stream was a little bit late today and ran a little bit late, but thank you so much for everybody that hung out. To Trialfan and Stonehomie, Lydia, Britflix, and everybody else. I know there were a lot of people that were in chat today, and I can't name everybody. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I have a new Ko-fi donation goal set up. I am wanting to upgrade the CPU in my computer. So if you're at all interested and if you have the means, drop me a tip on Ko-fi. I would really appreciate that. And if not, that's fine too, because, you know, everybody has different means, and I'm just happy to have you guys hanging out with me. There's also a link to the Discord in chat. So if you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, we'd love to have you. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.